Well, speaking of that, Channel 10 came out this week with its results. It's the biggest loser, pardon the pun, down 70%. It's for a company in the communication and TV business, its results webcast was really ordinary. There was no vision, there was poor sound, and that explains perhaps why it's doing so badly. So we've had to re-engineer proceedings just to help them out a bit. Here's James Warburton.
It's always hard, when you're selling numbers that are declining. The market and also the historical rating conditions will mean that it will continue to be a tough period for us.
So, will their franchise be destroyed too, Ivor?
Well, I haven't got a franchise at the moment. Their programming's a mess. They're just hanging on with the MasterChef glory there. That's the only thing that's keeping them going. But, you look at their program lineup, what was it, Laura Bingle or something? Being Lara Bingle. That's their idea of a programming solution.
Has anyone seen that show?
I've seen a tiny little piece of it.
Is it compelling?
Well, the bit I saw wasn't necessarily all that compelling, unless you've got a particular interest in watching Lara Bingle at the dinner table with her family. But no, somebody sort of suggested to me it was train wreck television, which is, it's like a disaster, but you've got to watch it. You're compelled. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. But there's a lot of other bits and pieces in that lineup which are also quite out there, and clearly what Warburton's trying to do is claw back that brand of youth market, which they lost.
The 18 to 29s. Yep.
Yeah, and even the 18 to 39s, which they lost a few years ago when they tried to headbutt, up against 7 and 9.
They've all gone off to the internet. They're not coming back, And I think they're dreaming.
I think Channel 10's one thing Channel 10 is an example that rich people aren't necessarily smart investors. I've got a graphic here of the Channel 10 share price. And showing when James Packer, Lachlan Murdoch, Gina Reinhardt all bought in, and then James... I mean, it's been a disaster.
Yeah, I think he was looking... I think these, as I call them, the mini-moguls, were looking for a sort of quick fix. They thought they could go in there, slash some costs that Nick Falloon had put in.
It works everywhere else, and just slash costs.
And, get rid of that sort of dodgy digital channel and say, OK, it's all going to be... And George Negus, and say it's all going to be great from here on in, and we're going to make a huge profit, and it's all going to turn around. It's going to be a hockey stick. Unfortunately, it hasn't.
They've done the cost side, because they'll have, by the end of this year, they'll have $30 million out of the cost base. Yeah. Problem is that they don't have anything on the revenue side. Yeah. They lost...
It's worse than that, because actually the whole capital city TV market's down about 7% this year.
Yeah,
so the whole market's down 6. Yeah. They were down 11.
Yeah. They were down 11.
So their revenue share is imploding. Yeah. And because Warburton didn't get there till the start of the year, he can't actually do much about the programming slate until next season.
No, it's such a lag in
it's going to be a 2-3 year program just to stabilise it, let alone turn it round.
Well, but they're colliding with what we've been talking about, the IPTV thing, which is really starting to happen now. I mean, all the TVs that are being sold connect to the internet.
Yeah.
Pretty soon the NBN starts to appear in people's...
Before long, Apple TV will be a bigger TV channel in Australia than the Channel 10 network.
Well, it is interesting that the total TV audience has actually been growing thanks to the multi-channels, which is one of the reasons why pay TV has been flatlining.